Little Durk is in a lot of trouble. You know, we talking about the drill rappers that put everything online. They tell all their business. They make songs like You Should Have Ducked. A whole bunch of stuff, right? You know, in their music, they talk about real, actual crimes. So we know that he's been hit with a RICO. There's a lot of murders involved. You have a lot of people behind the scenes that's doing a lot of telling. Well, his lawyer now is looking to get his charges dropped and him freed because the feds took an edited video that was making it seem like that he was confessing to a murder, right? Now, we know that these guys indirectly confess to a lot of unalivings online in their songs, right? But in this case, the feds was doing this, right? And it made it look janky, right? So now, so his lawyer now wants the case thrown out. The lawyer went to The lawyer went to talk to DJ Academics. In an interview with DJ Academics, you know, he talked about this case. He talked about how the how the feds are fraudulently just throwing cases together, copying and pasting and putting his name and stuff that where it doesn't belong, right? And they want this case thrown out. He also talked about how the Dubai situation, when the feds was closing in, he was trying to run to Dubai, and he was saying all that stuff is fabricated. None of that stuff is real. They didn't put it out in the manner in which it should have put out in the truth, because they're trying to do anything to get a conviction. Now, I told you guys, they have cameras everywhere. You have a lot of guys that's linked in with these BDs and GDs that's locked up for homicides and double homicides, and they're doing a lot of talking. So to me, it doesn't look that good for Durk. Right, doesn't? And they were saying that Durk was putting bags on everybody's head. So while his lawyer was talking to Academics, let's visit like what actually was said. Check this out.
There was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ak. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this killing. Okay? And so that was the only fact. That was the only thing that distinguished. So the government says, oh, it's no big deal, no harm, no foul. That's not true, because that's the one thing they added when they threw Durk Banks into the indictment. And as soon as we got the indictment, we noticed, and we started hearing from people in the music world. People are like, this doesn't really make sense. That song, those lyrics were done a long time before that. I mean, we were hearing it from all different directions. We were hearing it from studio people. We were hearing it from people that wear suits to work every day, executives.
Exactly, yep.
And so we were like, we got to get to work here. We got to figure this out. And so at the detention hearing, okay, we had this first detention hearing in December of 24. We go to the court and we say, first, this issue of leaving the country, it was all presented incorrectly.
So we all know that the feds don't like to be made a fool of, and they have a 95% conviction rate. And when they want you, they're coming to get you, right? So what they did was they have a memorandum of points and authorities, right? On May 1st, 2025, the grand jury returned a second superseding indictment charging defendant Banks and his co-conspirators with crimes arising from the August 2022 unaliving, including an additional charge of stalking resulting in death. In violation of 18 U.S.C., all those numbers, defendant Banks has presented a false narrative that he is being prosecuted and detained because of his violent lyrics. This claim is and has always been baseless. The SSI contains no allegations about the defendant's lyrics. Instead, just like every interrogation and every iteration of the indictment before it, the SSI contains significant allegations that shows defendant's alleged role in an execution style unaliving of SR on a busy street corner in Los Angeles. These allegations and the other evidence the court considered during the defendant's December 2024 detention hearing, leaving no doubt that defendant is an ongoing danger to witnesses and the community and a flight risk. He should remain detained. He should remain detained, pending trial. So they're coming after him, right? And see, they're getting Durk linked in with the situation that happened in Los Angeles because you have rats, you have snitches behind the scenes, but they're even linking him into another unaliving that happened in regards to his brother, where a GD boss was taken out, right? According to FBI confidential human sources, Mike City is a fraction of the Black Disciples that controls territories and operates in the area of South 85th Street to 87th Street and from Carpenter to Sanigan Street on south side of Chicago. Black background of the victim, according to Smashville member 2, at the time of his death, Mack was the suspected leader of the Smashville GDs, according to records and information obtained from the docket in the United States versus Stephen Mack. In or around December 2019, Mack was sentenced to 24 months imprisonment, followed by a 3-year term of supervised release for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Right. So listen, these guys is all telling on each other. Right? This guy right here is the suspected unaliver of D thing, and people ask, well, he should just go get him, but this guy is also in jail on a double homie. Right, man, these guys are just wiping each other out, right? I mean, it's just no remorse. They just clearing out the whole set, right? So CHS1 has reported that Lil Durk was and is still offering money for people to unalive those responsible for his brother's unaliving. More specifically, offering to pay money for any gangster disciple that is unalive. CH1 has also indicated that D-Thing was unalived by members of Dump Street. According to CH1, Dump Street is a GD faction on the south side of Chicago. According to CH1, Dump Street member Individual A was a close associate of Mack, according to law enforcement records. Individual A is currently a pretrial custody for allegedly having committed a double unaliving that took place in a Country Club Hills in Illinois, man. Like these dudes, man. These dudes is doing all kinds of stuff, man. They get locked up for everything. And Durk is in the middle of it, right? So these guys was looking for payment. They was looking for payment for the unaliving of the guy Mack, right? So they have text messages where one guy's saying, here go, phone 2, subject, what's up? Right? This 10/12/2002 subject, nothing, right? And then they got 2010, 2022, 246 from Powell, phone 2, subject, WYM. They not paying me, right? So all this stuff is they have in Texas and all kinds of stuff, records of, because these guys supposed to have took the hit and to take out the guy, the GD guy that's supposed to have been responsible for unaliving Durk's brother, right? So at 246 again, you have phone call, Powell, we waiting. He comes up here on the 17th. And then at 7:21 p.m., they said, stand on that. Why you with Durk and them, right? And then another one said, did Durk gave you that money? Man, this stuff is crazy, right? These guys in serious trouble, man. They're in serious trouble. And I keep telling y'all, they have everything on the internet. Like everything is on computers. They see everything. Everything is on the grid. You get away with nothing. Man, they got thermal infrared cameras. They can see if you got a gun on you. They can see if you got a gun in your car. They got cameras that taking pictures of all your license plates as you're traveling through the highway and the byways and the expressways. They got you. They already got part of his crew before they went unalive. That guy Duck, FBG Duck or whatever, they had him leaving the place. They had him going to to do the crime and getting back to the residence. They had everything on camera, man. You're not getting away with nothing, right? So now the lawyers is looking to get Lil Durk released because they said that they took a song, right? They said they took this song and edited it. So Lil Durk released a new song titled "Aha" after Mack was unalive. On or around February 22, 2022, Lil Durk released a song titled Aha. I believe that the lyrics to this song can reasonably be interpreted to be references to Lil Durk having been references to Lil Durk having people unalive. For example, in one portion of AHA, Lil Durk rap, we be sliding through the blocks and they don't know we have. Buddy ass got blanked and we ain't claiming. But I can show his blank. Based on my training, experience, and knowledge of this investigation, I believe that these lyrics can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mac's unaliving. After Mac was unalive, an unknown individual recorded YPC surveillance video of the unaliving on what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and distributed to the video. Man, so like this guy Mac, he was unalive coming from a youth center talking to kids, and they witnessed all of this kind of stuff, right? So these are the gangs that's destroying the community, right? According to CH1, the leader of Mike City, Mike City, Circle Red Below has ties to rapping Lil Durk and has been in rap videos with Lil Durk. Circle below in the red on the right. Man, right? From the state of Illinois, I believe that most of the pictures on this Facebook profile depict Montgomery. On March 2nd, 2022, Montgomery updated his Facebook story with a picture of him holding money and the Lil Durk song "Aha" playing in the background. The Facebook story was captured by law enforcement in the picture below. So this guy's supposed to be the guy that's supposed to have took the hit and unalived the guy Mac, right, from the rival, who was allegedly supposed to be responsible for unaliving D-Thing, right? So you got the one guy on the phone, because more than one guy supposed to have unalived the guy Mac. So you got the one guy on the phone saying, yo, did he give you that cheese, right? So this is where the snitching gonna come, because the other guy didn't get his money. Powell and all the other guys asking like, yo, where that money at? This dude right here got the bread. And he's in the song, he's in the videos, man, listen, these guys are done, man. I keep telling you guys, they don't have a need for y'all no more. They're gentrifying the communities, man. There's going to be no more hoods on the south side or the west side, right? The same way they do in Philadelphia. You guys, urban crime is obsolete. Y'all still trying to be 80s and 90s gangsters in the time of in the digital era. It don't work like that no more. They taking you guys out. So Lil Durk, man, they looking to put more charges on him. Man, as more of this come out, we're going to report more of it. Man, if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.